Is it better to sell your sports cards as an individual or as a business? In today's video, we're going to look at some pros and cons of both options, compare them, and determine which one's best for you. But first, here's the intro. Before we dive into the video today, I want to say thank you guys so much. We hit 3,000 subscribers. Kind of a big deal. That's a lot of people. So if you watch our videos consistently and subscribe, thank you. If you don't, please just hit the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and then if you want to ring the notification bell so you never miss another one of our notifications, that would help us continue to make some free sports card content for you. It means so much that 3,000 of you have followed us. It really is nuts to me. The internet's weird if you think about it. And now with that said, let's dive in. I've put together some kind of small presentation looking at the differences between selling your cards as an individual or a business. We get a lot of questions about this, so I figured this video, while it might not be the longest video, would be pretty insightful. So obviously most people sell their sports cards as an individual. We don't run it like a business, but I think the best way to do it is doing it as a business. So I mainly want to focus on the reasons why that makes the most sense. If what you're doing works for you, it's fine, but at least hear me out on these options. For one, if you're a business, you have this factor of professionalism and trust. For one, most businesses have very clear policies for how they handle returns, etc., and that's going to gain some customer trust. And if you have a business, you just have a more credible, established image, which is also going to build up that professionalism and trust. Also, it's a lot easier to claim tax benefits if you run it as a business. Think about all the expenses that go into cards, supplies, shipping, marketing. All that stuff can be considered a tax write-off because it's all benefiting the business. A lot of the early business losses can be written off, and that is a big advantage. It is much tougher to do that if you consider sports cards a hobby and classify it as such. There's also legal protections, and obviously you're selling sports cards, so it's not as risky as selling stuff where people could, choke or injure themselves. You're selling sports cards, but it's always nice to be able to differentiate yourself and the business from a legal point of view. So if you do have a business that has been made legal, then you have that extra hedge of protection. There's also access to wholesale pricing. And no, I'm not saying you can call up Fanatics or Panini and buy boxes at wholesale price. Doesn't hurt to try though. But what I am saying is when it comes to supplies, gear, marketing, all those things, there are a lot of places that if you're a business will give you pretty steep discounts. For example, Amazon has a business only sign where there are things that have specific business pricing that you can get at a discount because you're buying them to use operationally with your company. Also, think about marketing opportunities. I'm sure currently most of us are just listing cards on eBay and letting eBay do its thing, but if you are a business and if you're running it as such, whether you're doing breaks, whether you're selling boxes, whether you're selling singles, you can put together small Facebook campaigns and run pushing people to your webpage or pushing people towards your eBay landing site. And if you're doing it right, you're going to pay $8 to $10 per 1,000 views that your page is getting. So there's a lot of impressions out there. And most people who sell sports cards do not do it correctly. Very basic e-com practices are thrown out the window when it comes to selling sports cards. So if you want to actually handle it seriously and market your business as such, it's going to put you in the top 1-2%. It's also just important to build a brand. There's going to be some co-branding opportunities if you run it professionally. There's a lot of the fun accessories that you can throw in, whether it's stickers or whatnot, into the packages just to start building a brand, building a connection with customers, and just get these people coming back. And then finally, there's going to be some networking opportunities. When you're a company, you'll be invited to learn from other like-minded entrepreneurs. Sure, they might not be selling sports cards. In fact, they most certainly won't be. But there's still some connections there, and there's some things that you can learn from each other, and you can cross-pollinate ideas. Whether you're involved in a local chamber of commerce or some kind of online group of sports entrepreneurs, there's a lot of potential there. I'm in 7 or 8 Facebook groups. I'm in 7 or 8 entrepreneurial groups, and I've learned stuff all the time from them. But to get in, you have to submit paperwork showing you legally own a business. So how do you do that? What does that paperwork process look like? I'm actually putting together a second video for this small 2-part series that's going to show you exactly the process from saying, hey, I want to turn my sports cards into a business to actually doing it. That's going to be a good video and it's going to come out over the next couple of weeks, so be sure to subscribe and watch for that. I'll see you then. See ya!